Okay, this is the final part 3 of my game against Jesper Mogensen's Americans. I was playing the my Czechoslovakian army, and at this point in the game, Jesper has pushed very aggressively up towards his flank. I have counterpunched him, and his push is falling apart. However, his American skirmish lines of infantry are pushing up against my back lines here, and right now I am scrambling to see if I can stop him. We are playing double envelopment. Go and watch the other 2 videos if you have the time. I don't actually know who watches these battle recordings that I make, but hey, if some of you do, and if you get something out of it, perfect. Here we go. Right. You can possibly see here, this is something that we always do. The turn dice is in the center, and then the kill dice of each side is next to it, and I am way ahead at this point. Jesper gets the first order dice. He runs, pushing forward, seeing if he can push into my deployment zone, hopefully. I think he may be a little too late. This is turn 6. So him only like crossing the center of the table at this point, it's a little bit too late for that one group of Americans. Right, he gets another order dice, the Chaffee. And Jesper is debating whether to rally or to go on ambush with his Chaffee. He is pinned. So he and we end up agreeing that it might be better just to see if he can waste some dice first someplace else. And he moves his jeep, the one which had a bazooka team that ran up the side. He moves that towards the center so that it can survive. I advance and shoot. Shoot the Chaffee with the main gun. And Jesper immediately reckies. And that is moved, long range, 5s. I miss. But again, I'm perfectly happy with this. I'm pushing him away from where I want to push now, because if I get another turn, I'm going to push into his deployment zone. So I'm going to go all the way. My howitzer shoots at the guys in the forest over here, these Americans, but I miss. The infantry take a run towards the center again. I am, as you may notice, I'm scrambling everything towards my own center. I back up my 2 limbers. I'm gonna shoot my medium mortar and kill a single dude. I am already zeroed in with the mortar here. This is the tail end of turn 5, isn't it? It's not actually turn 6, I think. I think it's the tail end of turn 5, yeah, because I get all the order dice here. I shoot my lieutenant, and he shoots at the infantry right ahead of him. And I miss every single shot. I had 2 guys in that lieutenant team, and they had submachine guns, and they miss everything. The pioneers move up. Everything is going towards the center now. I am really scrambling to get my forces into that center. And that is because Jesper has made sure that I expended so much of my force against his push on his right flank that I'm thin in the center, and he is double pushing. I take a few rifle shots, and they get a pin. Then I move my next 35T. And that was the end of turn 5. Right, we're moving now into turn 6. It was the tail end of turn 5. Dice are picked up. I'm sorry, we're just, at this point, we're talking. This is a relaxed home game. Nobody is in a hurry. Right. But the first order dice goes to Jesper, and he has the opportunity now to push with his central push towards my lieutenant, my howitzer, all of that. And he has a lieutenant there, so he can actually double move and do snap 2. And he does snap 2. The LC makes it. He was pinned. So where does he go? At this point, I felt like he should have charged me and fought close combat, because that would have given him the opportunity to consolidate further into my deployment zone. But he chose to continue skirmishing, moving up and shooting at point blank range. I sort of felt like this was a little bit of a mistake here. I felt like he had better odds fighting the close combat. Yes, I had tough fighter because my lieutenant was regular with a submachine gun, but he might have taken that. Right now he's considering targets because both both the howitzer and the lieutenant can go down. In the end, he chooses to elect that the lieutenant fires at the howitzer just to see if he can pin it, and his infantry shoots at my lieutenant, which they're right in front of. Um, so this may have been the optimized decision. I think maybe he should have charged instead, but yeah. And he misses with the lieutenant, which really sucks for him, because now I'm ready to turn my howitzer and just shoot him point blank with HE. Whereas the lieutenant, of course, goes down, but he's point blank. He is American, so he doesn't get moved. So he's shooting on fours. My lieutenant is dead. He gets shot to bits. There was no saving him, not at that point. Me. I get the order dice and I make the roll for the howitzer. The howitzer turns with an advance move and shoots. HE. So it's moved, it's a fall, and I completely miss. I was just way off. I think I rolled a 2. Oh well. This is one of those situations where it could have been really good for me and really bad for him. Right. The second Haubitz shoots and misses. This is one of those weird situations, right? Because I have way more odd dice in that bag, and anyway, Jesper's dice comes up first. It's just one of those things that will happen some games. Jesper is thinking about what he can move right now. The unit over here is zeroed in by the mortar, and there's only a few guys left. This unit is pinned from fire from my guys over here. This unit has moved up, could push into my deployment zone, maybe. Um, his mortar is over here, could start zeroing in on something, maybe. Um, but he is running out of good options now. And he rolls for these guys in the center, but he doesn't get it, so they go down. And I get the order dice, and I immediately run my T-35 into Jesper's deployment zone. Can't remember if I even got it off the table, but I did make a run. So it's right down here by my head, and Jesper's arm is in the way right down here. I wanted to get down behind that forest there, so I was safe from his chaffee, and I could score points, basically, because I didn't think I would be able to kill the chaffee at this point. So just setting up to maximize my points. Hmm. Yeah, I didn't get it out, but I'm very close to his back line. Jesper gets the order dice. He shoots his mortar at my infantry. These guys down here. This is a bit of a chance because I have a sniper still alive here, which could take. And Jesper gets the 6. Ouch! 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 I get hit. There's been a lot of good zeroing in going on this game from both sides. That was fun. And I lose a few guys here. 3 dead. I just pick out some random riflemen. I shoot my mortar at his infantry, and I hit, and I kill 1 man. They now have quite a lot of pins, 2 extra pins. Jesper gets another order dice. He drives the jeep into safety where my tanks can't get to it. Now, at this point, my sniper, I choose to shoot at this unit over here. I hit it, and I kill the NCO. This was done in order to maybe get them to fail their tests. I could also have shot at the mortar down here, taking that out if it was still in range of the sniper. I felt like the infantry over here was a bigger threat to me at this point, so I just wanted them to go down or not do anything this turn. I move up the next tank and take a shot at the Chaffee. Jesper does not escape at this point. He's tired of backing off, and I miss. I move up the Pioneers, trying to get my Flamer in range. I shoot the flamethrower at the infantry that is threatening my back line. This is the only play I have left at this point. It's what needs to happen in order to stop Jesper's push at my center, because my howitzer failed. I hit. 5 hits. Ooh. 3 dead. No, 4 dead. 4 dead. And 2 pins. So Jesper needs to take a test. He has a lieutenant next to them. And he rolls 11. Oh, they are dead and gone. Yeah. Yeah. At this point, Jesper knows that the game is up. Yeah, he just tells me at this point that that was my one opportunity to maybe scratch in a few more points, and I agree that that was it. He really needed everything to go right there, and he needed me to fail at all my attempts at stopping him. And of course that didn't happen. When you're at a point where you have to count on everything that the opponent does going wrong and everything you do going right, that's not going to happen. Um, Jesper makes a run move with his guys out on the flank, and he actually he rolls enough to get them moving. So they are now in my deployment zone. Can't stop it. Nothing to do there. And at this point, we know that most of what's left in the bag is not going to do anything. So we just pick out the dice and do the final few things. I run up my infantry towards the center again. At this point, they're not that needed in my center because I've basically stopped his infantry. He has a lieutenant left and one unit that's pinned and down. Now we roll for turn 7. And we get it. Dice pick up. At this point, Jesper has lost 8 order dice, and I have lost 3. And he has one unit here in my deployment zone. He has a lieutenant that might push in. He has this infantry unit that's probably out of push range. And I have 2 tanks down here by his deployment zone. And I get the first order dice, and I run out my tank. That is 3 points there. That is the win, absolutely secured. At this point, Jesper's cute kids run around the table doing stuff. They had found something to make noise with. I am going to save you the trouble of listening to that. And Jesper moves his lieutenant into my deployment zone. At this point, Jesper's lieutenant is in trouble as well, because no matter what he does here, even if he moves into my deployment zone, even if he shoots at anything, I've got my pioneers there and I've got my howitzer there. And I've got my mortar, so I can even charge him with my mortar team if I want to. He's just in serious trouble. Um, mm. At this point, we even have to leave the table in order to stop little fingers in grabbing toy soldiers, which was a real possibility. Right. Jesper thinks here that he can move up the infantry in the forest. If you can get them moving up towards here, they may be able to shoot the pioneers or the howitzer, give them pins enough that I don't get to activate them, and then he can maybe push the lieutenant. Maybe. But at this point, it's rather desperate. He moves the lieutenant a little bit to his side. He knows that moving into my deployment zone would be suicide here, just giving me an order dice. And he shoots at my mortar team. He might actually be able to kill me, so I go down. No, actually, he shot at my sniper. He shot my sniper. In an attempt to get that off the board, I went down and he missed. And I shoot my mortar at the infantry, but I miss this time. And that infantry unit survives the game. Jesper has a medium anti-tank gun on that Chaffee. And if he just shoots from where he is, we already calculated that the tanks are too tall for the fence, so I'm not getting any cover. And he's shooting at my side. He hits, he penetrates, and I get crew stunned. That was lucky. I survive. And but I'm also stuck where I am, so I'm not moving up. Mm. At this point, I shoot my howitzer at the infantry here, and they go down. I need a 6. Nope. I was okay with that. I'm still winning, even though I'm not killing anymore here. The Americans, the infantry on the flank, they take the run and exit the table. Can't do anything about that. I move up my infantry because they're being shot at by that mortar. Don't want to do that. And then I'm shooting at the lieutenant. You know, I might kill him. I need 6s, and I don't get any. You can really feel at this point the game just wrapping up. It's just the final few moves. At this point, I shoot my pioneers at the lieutenant. I don't want to move them because, and the flamethrower is just not going to work at this point. He's moved. He's out of range anyway. So I just shoot my rifles. Get one hit. And he's dead. Nope, sorry, he didn't die. And I shoot the howitzer, and he didn't die. And yeah, everything is just wrapping up. That was it. Jesper has a mortar. He might be able to do some damage here at the end. And he rolls another 6. This has been one of those games. It has. Really, it has. And he kills 2 guys, and I get double pinned, but I make my morale test. Wow, that was a lot of zeroing in being done here. I'd actually forgotten that. And that was it. It's just a matter of putting horse-drawn limbers on, yeah, moving them, not doing anything. That was it. End of game. Right, and we shake hands. That was the end of the game. At this point, I win by order dice, but Jesper has redeemed himself. He has 6 points. I have 10. So it was a really good game, really fun game on a lovely, lovely table. It was extremely interesting trying out a new army. I think you should do that at some point, all of you. And here I end the video. That was it, boys. Um, Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you can use this for something. And yeah, Jesper again. Thank you for the game. Lovely of you to host me. And what a wonderful table. The best looking table I've played on, and it actually, at the same time as it was really good looking, it was also really fun. It was tactically interesting to play on. It didn't have overly much terrain, it had just the right amount. Thank you so much, everyone. Cheers.